Hi guys, welcome to Linux or YouTube channel. My name is Ram Mishra and I'm your online instructor. So what's in this video? In this video we will talk about case statement in shell script. But before start the lab session we need to understand few points, which is what is case statement and how it's useful in shell scripting. Look, if you already have some experience with writing bash script, then you have probably need to use some conditional statement in the past. You may already be familiar with using if statement in bash script. Using case is much easier than writing many if and elif statement nested together. So if you have many conditions to test for, case is the obviously better option. Basically it simplifies conditional queries, multiple choice, making it more readable and easier to maintain than nested if statement. So in this demo, we will explore the case statement in shell scripting. We will cover some syntax uses and benefits of using the case statement. By the end of this demo, you will have a solid understanding of how to leverage the case statement to simplify and enhance your script logic. This tutorial is suitable, this entire demo is suitable for beginners and experienced developers looking into improve their shell scripting skills. So let's dive in and unlock the potential of the case statement in shell scripting. Here you can see I am on my Linux terminal, and let me show you the OS release first of all. Cat etc.release. Currently I am using RHEL 10. Let's start the first step, which is the syntax of case statement. So if I go with the documentation, help case. So this will show built-in help for case statement in bash. Let me make it simple form, then I will explain in a proper format, right? So if I go back on my notepad, this is the syntax in a simple format. Here it is. Case variable in pattern 1, command 1, pattern 2, command 2, pattern 3, command 3, and finally default command and ace. So uh, here you can see the case statement start with the keyword case followed by the variable, right? And then in keyword. So case basically says what? This signifies the beginning of the case statement. Variable in compares the value in the variable according to the each pattern. If it is evaluates to true, then the action belonging to the pattern is executed. Pattern 1, pattern 2, this is pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3 represent the value to which the variable is compared, and uh, is compared. Then command 1, command 2, and command 3, these are the command are executed once a pattern matching evaluates to true. Double semicolon, this basically represent the block and stop for from continuous execution once an action is executed. And then finally star, and this is a default case, this is that is executed when pattern don't match. So the star pattern is cache all that will match any value that does not match the previous pattern. This is often used as a default case to handle any unmatched scenario. And is the last, this is the end of the case statement. So I hope the syntax is clear now. Let's make some shell script and try to understand how we can use case statement in bash shell script, right? So let's go and try to understand from here. So my first example is how we can go and work with simple string matching with case statement, right? So I clear it all. And to perform this operation we need to create a text file using text editor in Linux. So in this case I'm using vim text editor, but you can go with anyone. So vim demo.sh, I'll give the name of demo file, it could be anything with .sh shell extension. So let me copy the content from my notepad and then I'll explain every line, right? So this is my first example. Okay, let's try to understand. So the first line is basically shebang line, the first one, this is the shebang line. that tells the system to use the bash shell to execute the script. From the next line, we are echoing a message asking the user to enter either red or green, right? Then with the help of read command, this take input from the user and store it in a variable called color. So it will hold up the value here in the form of color variable. Then from the next line, case statement start. So if you go on the next line, you will notice case statement start, which is like a switch statement in other programming language. It checks the value of dollar color, right? If user type red, it prints you choose red. If user type green, it will show me the message you choose a primary color. And and then I use star. Star means it is a wildcard that match everything not previously matched. So if the user enter anything other than red or green, then finally it prints unknown color. And finally is, that is save and quit, the mark end of the case statement. So in short, this script prompt the user to enter a color and response based on the whether the input is red or green or something else. So let's execute the script with the current permission. And you say first of all we need to save and quit and then run the command. So I'll save and quit chmod plus x demo.sh. Now try to run. Enter the color red or green. I go with red, you choose red. Green, you choose primary color. If I say YELLOW, which is not there, unknown color. So here you can say script run successfully and I got the result as per match value. This is a simple example of string. Let's take one more simple string example with menu format, right? So let me remove this my entire line from demo.sh and let me go one more example, basically menu based architecture, which is very helpful for user point of view. Let me copy the code again from my notepad and let me try to explain. So this bash script is a simple interactive program that asks the user to choose their favorite operating system from a list and responds with message based on their choice. Let me explain this one. The first line is she bank line. From the next line, uh, next few line, these like line number one. First of all, what is your favorite operating system? Then eco 1 Linux, eco 2 Unix, eco 3 Windows. So these line basically line number 3, 4, and 5, and basically uh, I'm asking for the user print the list of the option and one number for Linux, two number for Unix, three number for Windows. And then read OS, this wait for the user to enter a number like one number, two number, three number and store it in the variable name OS. Then case $OS in this one. So basically start a case statement and that checks the value of the user input, that is $OS. If user enter one, like I'll go with one, then this message will be shown. You have Linux, you love Linux, we do too. If the user enter two, the response is Unix is good system too. And if the star is there, star is wildcard matching any other input expected 1 and 2. So if the user choose anything else, the script says this is Windows, you should consider an open source system. And finally end of the case statement. So basically the script prompt the user to pick a favorite operating system, responds with the friendly or sensitive message. This is the concept of this one. Let me try to save and quit and run demo.sh. What is your favorite operating system? Suppose I say one Linux, you love Linux. Two, second, Unix is good. Third, Windows. This is how it's actually work. I hope the picture is clear how we can use simple example for string values, right? Now let's go another example which is checking character type, right? So this time again I make it blank. Let me go for next example which is character. So checking character type, let me go one more. Okay, again let me explain the code. So basically this is the bash script, another bash script checks the type of character entered by the user and categorize it as uppercase, lowercase or digit or anything else like a symbol or or more than one character, right? So first line is basically she bank line. The first one is from here, the she bank line. Second, I'm echoing a character. Whatever the character is there, it will be pick up from the read via command and hold up inside the character value. Then case dollar character start case condition here. The casing start from here. Then second is what? Then second is uppercase. Echo is it is in uppercase letter, right? So what does it mean? If the character is in uppercase letter, then it is an uppercase letter block runs and print the value. It is in uppercase. If the character is lowercase, like a to small z, then it is a lowercase letter block runs and print the value. It is in lowercase. And if the character is digit, like 0 to 9, then digit block run and print the value, it is digit. And finally, for anything else like not from, belong to, uppercase, lower, or digit, like at the rate or dollar, hash, or multiple characters, then the message, it is special character or symbol or word is shown. And finally, we close the case statement. So basically this script helps identify whether a user input is uppercase, lowercase, digit, or something else. So it's a basic form of character classification using bash and pattern matching. So let's run the script. I'll save and quit. I run it. Please enter a character. Suppose I type small a, this is lowercase, capital A, this is uppercase. Suppose I type 2, it's a digit. Suppose I type at the rate, it's a special character, symbol, or word. So we got the final result. So this is how we can use this character based environment, right? Let's go another case, which is using a case in while loop structure. How to use case statement with while loop. So again I make it blank. Again go with one more example. So after the character, let it be go while loop. Okay, now let me try to explain this one also. So first of all, this bash script basically creates a simple interactive command line menu that loops continuously until the user chooses to exit. First line, as usual, shebang line. Second line starts infinity loop, so the menu keeps showing until the user exits. Then from next few line, it display a menu with four options. One number is show current date and time. Second is list file in the current directory. Third is show current working directory. Fourth number is finally exit. Right. Then with the help of we will go with the read command. Prompt the user to enter a number between 1 to 4 and store it in the variable name choice. If the user choice is 1, then show the current date and time using date command. Similarly, if choice is 2, it will show files in the current working directory, right? Uh, then using the ls command. Then if the choice is third, you are in the pwd, it means it will show my current working directory. And fourth, finally, it will exist, say goodbye. And and finally, if none of the choice is there, then we got the message invalid choice, please try again later. And last, we use echo double quotes, add a blank line for better readability, and close the case. So let me try to save and run it. Demo.sh. Show the current date and time. I'll go with the one number. This is my current date and time. It's infinity loop. It's keep going on until unless exist is not there. Second number, you can see the list in the current file folder. Third number, this is show the current working directory. I'm in my root folder. And finally, the moment I say for condition match, gone, ex existing, goodbye. So this is how we can use this uh, while loop script with case statement. So this menu basically while true do create an infinity loop. The menus display each time. Read minus p get the user input. Case check the input and execute the corresponding block. And finally break when exist the loop comes with the option number 4. This is how what we can do. This is how we can use while loop with case, or you can say case statement with while loop condition. Similarly, what we can do, we can go one more. looping condition for loop script. So we can configure one for loop script with the case statement. So let it be go with for loop this time. So using case with for loop. Yeah. So another case is for loop with wildcard. So the this shell script loops through all the files in current working directory and categorize them based on their file extension and printing a message for each file type in categories. First line is shebang line. From the next line, loop start, where I have mentioned for file in star do and star in the current working directory. Each file or folder name is assigned to the variable file. Case dollar file in begins a case statement to match the value of dollar file against different pattern. Then if the file name ends in .txt, right? Then then what happened? Then it's identified as a text file. From the next if it ends in .pdf, it defined identifies as PDF. If the file ends in JPG, PNG or GIF file, treated as an image file, and if it end on doc, that will be the document file, right? And finally, star means the default case. Anything that doesn't match the above types is considered as unsupported file type. And finally, close it, done it. The loop statement would done. So basically, what it does, it checks it's first of all it scan every file and folder in the current directory. For each item, it checks the file extension and print the message indicating what type it is. If the file does not match one of the listed type, it prints unsupported file type. So let's make some file in the current working directory and then check the result using script, right? So what I will do, I make some file, random file here, few .txt file, few doc file, few PDF file, few PNG, and few of the already exist are there. So now let's try to run the script demo.sh. See, unsupported file type Anaconda, Ansible, these are the document file, doc file. These are the text file, those are text file. These are PDF file, those are PDF, and this is PNG file. This is how you can notice how we can go case statement with for loop script. Let's go one final case which is multiple pattern. So how we can check multiple pattern? Okay, let me go with another script, multiple pattern. Okay, let's try to understand with this example. So basically this bash script tells the user how many days are in a month they input, and it works regardless of letter casing like lowercase January or uppercase January will all work together. So the first line is shebang line. From the next line, shop -s no case match. This enable case instantive matching in the case statement. So lowercase March or uppercase March are all treated the same. The from next line we are echoing from the user to enter the month name. Then we have a read month. Take the user input and store it in the variable format here. Then case statement start. Case $month in start checking which month was entered. If the user entered February, it prints that it has 28 or 29 days for leap years. If April, June, September, November, then echoing these months all have 30 days. The pipe symbols separate the pattern in a single fragment. If January, March, May, July, August, October, December, then echoing these months all have 31 days, right? And finally, at last, if the input does not match any valid month, the script prints an error message. The unknown month, please check if you enter the current month name, right? And finally, we close the syntax. So basically, this script asks the user for a month, tells how many days that month has, worked regardless of capitalization, that shop-s shows an error of if input doesn't match a real month. So let's run the script and we'll see how it's actually work, right? So save and quit demo.sh. Enter the name of the month. I said March, March. There are 31 days in a March, and if I go one more time, say June, June, 30 days in June. So finally, you can say it's work, and finally we are in the conclusion part, which says that if we have tried to go and summarize all those things, we have used to case statement in Bash to enable the execution of specific command when and expressions match any of the available patterns. The case statement is sufficient. Use a default case when a condition does not meet any pattern and improve your script readability as compared to the other conditional statements such as if else. So this demo showed how you to use the bash case statement to simplify complex conditional when working with multiple choice, create different script to test pattern and process a command if match is detected. So I hope the picture is clear for all of you. Thank you for taking the time with me. That's all about this demo. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned anything. Soon I will come up with another new interesting topic. Till keep practicing. If you feel something uh, I have missed or you wanted to know more something else, please reach out to my social media link which is mentioned in the description. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button for the latest update. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.